Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you've all had a good day, good morning so far. Hopefully it'll be a better morning after this New York AM session. And as always, today's a good day to make some money. So let's jump straight into it. I'm going to start off with my daily bias. So I can see we're making new all-time highs on Nasdaq. So there's no point in looking left for any price because there's nothing there. So I think I'm going to use the DXY for confluence today. I'm not opposed to prices carrying on going higher. I would ideally like to see price go lower into at least the previous day high. I do still think at some point we're going to come back into this 50% fair value gap that I've marked out. So yeah, I think we can go on to the next time frame because the daily isn't going to give us much at the moment. We can go on to lower time frame and see what it wants to tell us. Okay, so we can see us making higher highs. We had a nice big wick candle here. If we close below this high, we'll have a swing high, which could begin to see price moving down a bit to retrace, because we did have really big up move from yesterday. So I think for now what we'll do is wait until 9:30 candle, see if we push higher than this high here, which I'll just mark out so we can watch it on the lower time frames. So the high is 82.40. Okay, so we've marked out the high, swing if we do close below it. So for now, what I'm going to do is wait for the 9:30 candle, see if we get a push higher or if we get a push lower. If we get a push lower, I do think we will probably retrace down to this previous day high. In fact, that's what I would like to see. Obviously, that might not happen, but that is what I would like to see happen. I would be ready for that. So for now, I'm going to go down onto a 5-minute time frame, and we can just wait, see what happens at 9:30, and then I will take some analysis from there. Okay, so here's our 9:30 candle. See what happens to it. Get rid of this. So we did make a higher high over here, which means we don't have a swing anymore. Would have liked to have seen price stay underneath, to show that we were going lower. What I do see right now though is a low, high, low, low, higher, high, 15 minutes. 5, sorry. So, okay, so this 9:30 candle is dropping quite a bit. So I do think it was maybe to take bar side at the top here. Or maybe it's just to get into the fair value gap and I'm going to carry on higher. Okay, so we are going lower. Unfortunately, it does look like we have a very nice breaker block forming on this 1 minute, which would be right here. Just drag it out there in case. So ideally, what I would see now is price goes back into this breaker block. I would sell from this point. I'd be pretty confident in a sell. I do think that this down closed candle is our shift in market structure. Although we made a high there, yeah, look, I'm still confident that price is going to move down. It might be that we don't get a trade today, because if I am not mistaken, I do believe there is red folder news today. I think it's PMI at 9:45, and as you know, we only look for trades that enter our 9:50 to 10:10 macro window, so we can wait for PMI to play out. We'll see what happens. Alright, okay, so PMI was at 9:45, didn't have any reaction really. I mean, we had a bit of a volume imbalance there with the news release, but no big jumps, which is always good. So I can see nothing that I'm happy with at the moment. So what I'm going to do is just go on to a 15-minute time frame and just mark out some order blocks. So we've got one over there, 15 minutes. Anything lower that I like came into there. Might be able to use that as a target. Got another one here. we go down to a 1 hour, we can take a gale like this. Be a nice target. Okay, so to a 5 minute. Well, that doesn't look good, does it? Anyway. So this was 15 minutes block. And then we have ourselves a 5-minute order block. It's also healthy. So 950 candle. We could have taken a trade. So what I can see at the moment is we have a bit of movement here, looking to go higher. This could have been a failure swing to go higher. Rather low, low, high, low to a higher price. It's an order block that we've dug into quite a bit. Although I'm not going to really take this into consideration, just because it's not very clean with the news release and our price gapped over here. So what I can see, okay, so we're at the 15-minute order block now. What I can do, I know that it's up there, it'll be 50% of the order block. Here we're getting a strong move of it. Could also be working off this 1 minute and the 50-minute together, so we'll see. We've got this 1 minute order block, okay, that's now been tagged into the high, low, higher, high. I want to see a close below this swing point in order for the breaker block to be confirmed for me. Then I would look to get into the trade in a sell. We need to see if price does hold this area. I mean, we could just move back up to the 5-minute order block. In this case, 50% of the 5-minute order block be here. Okay, so we do seem to be wanting to move down a bit slowly. We've wicked twice now. Okay, so now we wait and see. If price does come below this, I would like to see it retrace back into this area. I will mark out 50% of that area if it closes here without making another swing high in this move down. So I will wait and see now, a couple minutes. I'll wait and see now what happens next couple of minutes. If we do decide to go lower, or if we do decide to go higher. Okay, so already now we've already made another swing high within this leg, so this is not going to be valid anymore. So maybe we are pushing up higher into one of these order blocks. Again, we will not execute a trade unless we get our break block confirmation. We're not just going to trade because price gets to here. If we have a plan, we follow the plan. So until price gets to this area, I'm just going to sit on my hands and then see how it reacts when it gets there. Okay, so what I've done is I've just marked out 50% of this order block. This price does seem to be respecting it quite nicely, and I do see we have a high, a low, higher high. If we close below this low over here, this swing, that will be breaker block confirmation. Only if we close below the swing. I don't want to see a wick below it. I want to see a proper candle close. So let's hope that happens, because then we will have ourselves a breaker to enter in if price comes down and back into it. That will tick all the boxes for my plan. But first we need to wait and see if that happens. Okay, so price looks like it might close below. We need to wait for this candle confirmation. I'm just gonna go over my rules. So I've got an order block to the left of my breaker block, which would be that block there. Can we get 50% of the breaker, which will be here. Percent. Okay, so it's valid now. If price comes back into this area, I will take a short. Okay, so price is moving higher. We have a bit of retracement into the fair value gap that is also there. So hopefully we get back into the breaker block and then make our way down. Again, if I just have to confirm a trade entry, I have an order block to the left of my breaker block. The breaker block reacted off of the order block. You can see the high, the low, higher high, lower low, plus the close below the first leg of my breaker block, which is a confirmation that if price comes back up into the breaker block, I'm free to take a trade. Hopefully we can get up into this breaker before price runs down, which is what I'm hoping to happen. Of course, this is the markets. Price can shoot all the way up and make a new high. Okay, and we are in. Okay, so we got into the trade at the beginning of the breaker block. We might find that price goes up to 50% of it, which is fine. Our stop loss is up here, which is 25 points away, and our take profit is down here at 75 points. So hopefully we can fill in this fair value gap, maybe touch the 50, make our way down. Don't see any reason for it to go higher unless it wants to reach into the smaller 5-minute order block that we called out earlier. You can see we had a breaker here, high, low, higher, high, lower, low, price came back, touched there and dropped off. Although we didn't make a higher high, so we didn't really respect this order block that we had over here. Anyway, if price closes or makes a higher, you know what, I have seen price use the full zone of this first leg of the breaker instead of sticking to the first down close candle. That does look like it's pushing up a lot higher. This might just be an instant fail trade, which is fine. It happens. If we hit our stop loss, we have enough. We are risking enough to go in for a second trade. So if we do get an entry at this order block, then I will take it, which looks like that'll happen. It is what it is. Already that's going to be a loss. I don't like any of this anymore. We went higher. Unfortunate, but again, it happens. Now we wait and see if price is going to create another bearish block, bearish breaker, or if we're just going to shoot higher and make a higher high, in which case I'll have to go back and review this price action over here to see if there was anything in here, maybe on a higher time frame, that indicated price wanting to go higher. Anyway, we'll see what happens. If we do create another bearish breaker now, it will be valid because we are still within our macro. We can enter outside the macro as long as part of our pattern, our breaker block or our failure swing, was inside of this 950 to 1010 macro price. So if anything does present itself, I'll get back to you. Okay, so I don't think we're going to get a sell. Obviously, we've gone up higher than the order block, which we didn't want to see. So I had a look at a 15-minute time frame, and we had price come down to an order block over here, tapped it, and now we've gone higher. So it's got me wondering if our play wasn't, maybe made it lower there. There just wasn't anything in here really indicating that we were going to go higher. At least that's not part of my strategy. This could have been the lower low, the high, low, higher high. We could have maybe looked at this as a failure swing to the higher, but again, it wasn't within our window. So unless we have, actually, there's not even anything. What, a 2 minute? High, low, low. There isn't much in here. Sometimes there's just no trade. Price will go higher, price will go lower. You're not always going to get an entry that follows your strategy. I am happy with this trade though. Ticked all the boxes. We had the order block, we had the high, low, low, the high, low, higher, lower, low with a nice big closing candle. Really thought price would come in here and just go lower, but obviously NQ wants to go higher. DXY is probably going lower, which is okay. You know, we take the loss. It happens. I am not going to trade again. If there was a start to a pattern, either a failure swing or a breaker block off of this high, then I would still be looking, but I don't like how high we've gone up already. So that's going to be that for today. We will come back tomorrow and do it again. So yeah, thank you for giving me your time and for watching along with me during this New York AM session. I am Graph Trades, and I will see you tomorrow.